Morning, good heaven in business people. How are we? We're having a fantastic morning. Lisa and I here. Andy's decided to leave us and shoot across to Hong Kong to have some beautiful food over there. So anyway, just to get straight to the point, this morning the verse I was looking at was Romans 8:31 to around 39, I think. I just want to read this to you because it's where we're at the moment, and I think it's where some of you could be at. So what do you think with God on our side like this? How can we lose? If God didn't hesitate to put everything online for us, embracing the condition and exposing the worst by sending his own son, he sent his own son, we know that. Is there anything else he wouldn't gladly do for us? And who would dare tangle with one of God's chosen? We're all God's chosen people, so who's going to tangle with us? Who would dare even point a finger for the one who died? He died for us and he raised us for life. We are in the presence of God. This is the very moment he is doing for us. Do you think anyone is able to drive a wedge between us? He loves us. Who would dare even come close to us? We are the chosen ones. And I think sometimes we forget that he has our back, that he's walking with us. He has a plan for us, and sometimes more than we even realise, he's talking to us all the time about what that is. So just remember whose you are, that he is there for you. He sent his only son for us. I think it's the basics, but sometimes we've got to get back to basics, especially in business. Sometimes we get so caught up with what's next, what's the new thing. Get back to basics. What is God saying to you about the next thing in your workplace? Bless you guys, and here's the wonderful Lisa.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being with us this morning. There's a situation that's going on in my life at the moment, and it's tough. I went home last night and I was talking to my husband and I was crying and trying to figure this out and saying to God, how do I walk through this? How do I navigate it? Is there something in me that has to be worked out? It's just a tough situation. We all go through those, don't we? This morning when I got up and I went for my walk, I just couldn't stop thinking about God's faithfulness. As Steve shared, he's the one that's sticking up for us. He's the one that's always there. He just reminded me this morning, Lisa, I will never leave you. I will never forsake you. So whatever situation you're going through at the moment, it's real. We wake up and we're sad or we're depressed or we're worried about something. God knows that real life is happening. But I want to remind you that he is faithful to be with you. He is right there with you in the middle of what's going on. He's for you, he's on your side, he's sticking up for you. And because of that, all the situations in our lives have a good outcome. So I want to encourage you today, just remember that. I had to look upward today and I had to say, God, I choose to trust in you over and above what's happening. So I encourage you to do that today too. Please share your stories below. I love reading through them. The whole team just reads through them and we get encouragement from what you're going through. So thank you for sharing them with us. And we'll see you next week.